Hey everybody, Christopher Odd here. Today we're taking a look at Dobbel Dungeon. This is a turn-based tactics roguelike, and we've been doing a lot of heavy games on the channel lately. This one, the art style, a little bit more chill. Music, a little bit more chill. I like that. I can handle that. I think there's this narrative in gaming where like cute art styles don't mix with like strategic depth in gameplay, especially in the tactics kind of community. And I would actually like to hear from you guys. What games break that narrative that you've played? Let me know, because I would check some of those out. I think we could bring some attention to them. This is developed and published by Gamepie, who are also sponsoring this video. Thank you so much to them for doing that. I'll have links down below for you to check out at the end of the video, and that'll take you to the Steam page. You can wish list it, check it out yourself, whatever you'd like to do there. Let's dive in and try a new game. Now, one thing that's really cool about this, and I wish more games did this, the last game that did this was like, I think Divinity Original Sin 2 did it. I think Baldur's Gate 3 did it. But if you look at normal difficulty, enemies behave normally. Challenging, enemies are stronger. Tactician, enemies are stronger and use an advanced action set. I love that. I'm sure that's a lot of work to develop and to program, but man, is that ever nice when it's like not just tankier enemies, you know? It's so cool. And that being said, I'm gonna play on normal because I don't know the game very well, but I love that that's in there. That is so neat. The animation's really nice. Okay, so we've got this little party of heroes available right now, and then more will unlock here. Rescue this hero to unlock them, and it tells you where they've been seen. So we're gonna add Christian the Paladin to the party, Amber the Pyromancer to the party, and Elm the Druid to the party. We'll get into these actions and stuff a bit later. They're gonna take us through a tutorial, which I only experimented with, so we'll go a lot more deeper here than I did. And I'm pretty excited to show you this dice combat thing. We've seen games with dice combat before, but I feel like this one's doing it a little bit differently. Howie, somebody please help me. My little piggies have gone berserk. All right, well, let's handle that, shall we? So we roll these dice. We're gonna move next to Pork Run to get within melee range. Movement every turn is free, doesn't use your dice, but you can manipulate it with dice, as we'll soon learn. So we're gonna select the attack action here. More things are gonna unlock as the tutorial goes. And then we can assign our die to our action to prepare it for targeting. So this guy needs 6 damage. We're gonna have to use both of our die for this. So let's go 4 here. And you can see when we place this, anything in a skill description that has a die symbol is going to be replaced by the actual amount that you're using on the die, which makes sense. But some skills operate differently, and we'll get to that in a second. So now we're gonna target this guy. There's no like chance to hit or anything like that. It's all about utilizing your dice rolls to to be maximum effectiveness, essentially. Now it wants to suspend our remaining die on another action. So we've already attacked, can't do that again, but we can defend, and we're gonna put this in here, and we're gonna gain some shield. I should have hovered on that a little bit longer, because what it does is takes the die, as you can see on the left, takes the die amount, divides by 2. So strategically, in this scenario, because we couldn't get the kill, we should have went with the lower die, because we do the 3 damage, and then take the higher die for more defense. Now, in this situation, it rounds up anyway, so it doesn't really matter, which is probably why they gave us those 2 numbers. But that is part of this strategic layer of thinking. It's like, okay, can I take this guy out? How many actions do I have? I can attack once, I have to defend. So just something to keep in mind as we're going. Okay, so he rolled a 6. Don't love that. We blocked most of it. Okay, so now we rolled 2 1s. That's exceptional. Thank you for that. It's giving us a little bit of some flexibility here on what we're going to do. So I can do 1 attack, still not going to kill him. And then I could do basically 1 defend because it's going to round up. I could re-roll a die, or I can gain extra movement this turn. I think what we'll do is re-roll a die. So we got a 6 there, which is lovely. Now what we'll do is we'll do an attack, throw the 6 in there, take him out. It looks like there was like a gold die that popped out there. Oh, Christian, thank goodness you came along. I don't know what just happened. There was this weird shockwave and then, wait, what was that? Oh, there's more of them. What's all that ruckus I'm hearing? Are you guys all right? Don't worry, we'll teach those bullies how to behave. Come on, Elm, let's give Chris a hand. That's me. That's me, because, well, you get it. Okay, so, defeat pork grunts. Now we need to get rid of these 3 without losing any heroes. We're going to learn about these guys' skills. They're quite a bit different. What I could do is get extra movement. I think I'm just going to defend here. And it puts it up in all areas. I don't know if there's any like backstabs or anything like that. I still do have my move, and I'm just going to come like way back. Oh, I guess I got to protect Howie. That was... Okay, I can undo it. I meant to do that just to show you that there's obviously an undo button. Duh. It's all part of the tutorial guide that I'm creating. Okay, so these guys, he's going to come in, deal 2. That's fine. All right, so we've got a 5 and a 3. Now let's look at what she has going on here. She has a couple of different things. Deal 3 physical damage. Now, when it shows just like this means that no matter what you put in here, it's going to deal 3. So I can put this 5, still going to stay as 3. So strategically, you probably want to use your low die there. We also have this, which is fire damage, and you can see the range here. So, interesting. I wonder... Yeah, I can't get right next to anybody anyhow, but let's try to create a little bit of a wall here so that Howie is protected. So, let's go fire damage. We'll go here. You can see the turn order at the top. So maybe our druid can finish that next time. That would be cool. And then there's not going to give me much I can do here. I could buff and gain extra movement. Gain 3 extra movement just to get in close here. I'm okay with that. Yep, okay. So he's got a 5 and a 3. So he can actually heal, which is cool. Deals 3 physical damage and applies wet. So if somebody is wet, they're resistant to fire, but vulnerable to lightning and frost. So we've got elemental stuff here as well. This is kind of one of those things that I'm talking about where it's like, yeah, the art style is cute and everything, but just even having elemental stuff in here kind of changes the dynamic quite a bit. What's the range on this? It's actually pretty good. So I think if we just come up here, we can do, let's use a 3, and we just get rid of this guy. Toodles. Okay, so that's dropping some type of currency. Now, one of the things, I went and did the first section of this tutorial. I'm already further than I did in the beginning. So I think it's just letting us loose now to do whatever we want. What I'll do is I'll do a heal here, and this gets divided by 2, as you can see. We'll just heal up. I'm okay with this. And then can use the rest of our move to maybe go here. I don't know if there's any type of cover system or anything because it doesn't seem like there's any chance to hit, so... Okay, so he's trying to get 1 extra movement. He's pretty far back. That's not really going to be hugely helpful for him. Okay, so we rolled 2 little ones. Not great. Not great, but let's come here. We'll do an attack for 3. Who's going next? This guy? Yeah. Yeah, okay. We'll take that, and then we'll do a you know what? Let's do a reroll on this. We can do this once per turn, so I might as well. I should probably do that earlier as well. I should do that before we even spend the other die. He's likely going to attack her. At least that's what he should do. Let's see. Yeah, good. Okay. That's like just a little AI check for me. All right, nice. So now we can do 3 physical damage. That'll finish him. We'll just use the 2 on that. And then I've got the range damage that we can use as well. We're gonna go here, 3 fire damage. Why not? And then we'll move back here to hopefully let him tank this attack. Oh yeah, that's right. I should have checked the bar at the top. One thing I'd like to see is this bar like dynamically update so that the person who's going next is like right here and then it shifts to the front and it's just always moving these around. That's just maybe I don't know if that's like a lazy thing for me or not, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, 3 physical, that's all we need. Let's go here, throw in the 2, kill this guy. Cool. So I think you understand it. Looks like that was the last of them. Thank you guys for saving my butt out here. I was trying to say I had just finished feeding our piggies and was on my way to the harvest festival. And then I felt this weird shockwave pass through me. When I turned back, all our piggies were gone and their pen was swarming with those things. We also felt that shockwave and were able to trace its origins back to the witch's abode. When we went to check up on her, the whole place was turned upside down and the witch was nowhere to be found. Yeah, we think she messed up big time. Oh my. If that's the case, I don't think this trouble will be contained to our little farm. Also, my voice acting, obviously pretty exceptional. I am available for hire. Say, I don't mean to impose, but would you guys mind checking on my friends to see if they're okay? Oh, but of course. We shall not rest until we get to the bottom of this magical mess. That almost rhymed. Let's go, friends. We've got a lot of work to do. All right. Mission complete. Before you go, take this. It may help you on your journey. So we got a potion of healing. We got some gold. We got some extra gold. I think that is maybe from the enemy drops that we're seeing there. Why hasn't anyone arrived from the harvest festival yet? Do you think the other islands are in trouble as well?
Hey!
And what's up with this weird energy coming from that friendly witch's house? She can't actually be behind all of this, can she? Anyway, there's some good news. The ferry to Greenwood Isle is still docked. You should go and check if the good people there need any help before it's too late. Absolutely. Absolutely, we should. Okay, what's showing up here now? Okay, so these are our actions. There's equipment here, so we can equip that. And I think we will. These are all just... That's fine. There's a skill tree here. Very cool. So we have some type of XP system. Shows you their stats, essentially, at the bottom. So right now, these two are basically the same. 8, 2, and 4. He is 10, 2, and 6. Presumably, because he's a paladin, he's got that little bit of extra health. Then you can see here some ways to manipulate some of the actions that we have. And then up here at level 4, we've got a whole other tree. Here we have a whole other tree. Okay, so here we have a whole other tree. It's a lot more going on than originally thought. And then here, here, here. Very cool. Okay, so there's lots of stuff to upgrade. It'll be interesting to see how quickly we get those upgrades. Okay, let's go straight here. Now, these are the reported threats. The island's luscious forests and vast farmlands have provided its inhabitants a peaceful and quiet existence for ages. So, presumably, we're going to learn more about these enemies as we see them, and then we're like, okay, this is how we want to handle this. And we can maybe equip ourselves a little bit differently to handle those threats. In terms of performance, game's obviously running super well. There's literally no issues here. Okay. So these are like little quests that we can take on. We've been told there's a rampage of porks coming our way. Please help us keep them away from our home. We get skill points and gold. Skill points, gold, and a common item. Well, that seems a little bit more interesting. There's no type of difficulty rating or anything like that. But let's just see how this feels. Okay, here we go. So interactables will grant special actions to adjacent characters and can be identified by their interactable status icon. So you go next to them, grab the chicken, and you can just use anything, it looks like. Throw the chicken. Oh, cool. Okay. Keep an eye out for all sorts of interactables. So there's chests, there's people in cages, there's the chickens. Neat. Enemy spawners will try to spawn at least one enemy at the end of each round that can be identified by their enemy spawner status icon. So we have to get over there and destroy that. Opening a treasure chest will reward you with an item or a bunch of gold. Bigger chests contain better treasure but require more dice to be opened. Is it more or higher value? We don't see there. Beware, when a chest is destroyed, its treasure will be lost. All right. Defeat enemies with fire damage for bonuses. End the mission with Elm at full HP. Okay, so the idea here is that we're going to need to either roll high. Let's re-roll this. Got a 2 again. Love that for me. Because we don't have a way to pass turns or anything just yet. But if we want to, we're going to have to whittle these guys down and then be patient. Okay, so I think what we'll do then, let's just move in here. And we'll do our fire attack for 4. Oh, the barrel actually does block him. Okay. Okay. Once I've committed, it doesn't look like... Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, that's nice. That is really, really nice. Okay, so I am going to have to buff then. Let's use this to gain extra movement. Then I'll move here. We'll do our attack with fire from there. So these don't work as cover in the sense of reducing chance to hit or anything, but it just blocks line of sight, which is quite nice. Okay, cool. That's all she can do right now. Now this dude way over here, I think I'm going to charge at him. Oh, he got 2 6s. That's actually insane. This heal is going to use the potion of healing. That's cool. So even the potion of healing relies on your dice. Oh, that's really nice, actually. That is really nice. We're not going to re-roll anything. But what I might do is buff one like this. And then how far can I get? I can get way over here. I don't know if I can attack diagonally. No, I can only attack orthogonally, which is a pretty cool word. So we're going to go defend. Gain 3 shield here. And we're chilling. Okay, he rolled a 6. So he's going to deal 3, but we're going to block all of that. All right. Now, I don't want to attack this unit. But what I may want to do is start attacking that hut from here. So let's go this one. That's all I can do. There's no sense in me healing anybody. I'll do a buff to gain a little bit of extra movement. And I'll go in behind her. Okay. Ooh, I did not even see this guy. But that's fine. We're over there, we're tanking. It's all good. Okay, so fire damage to finish this guy would be great. Let's do... What do I need? 1. Let's re-roll this 2. Haha! Love that for me. Well, actually, this is fine. I only need the 1.
Got him.
Right? Then I can go into buffing movement. And then we'll get way over here. Cool. Then Christian's gonna go. We're gonna start slapping these guys. Now, there are quite a few enemies, so I am gonna just kill this one outright. We'll worry about the fire damage afterwards. And then let's re-roll this. I gotta get in the habit of just re-rolling that right away at the start. Any of the 1s, the 2s. There's a chance the 2 could get worse, but that's fine. Okay, let's come in here. Hopefully he tanks that. And I don't have any way to defend. Just fine. So we need to end at full health. But what we're going to do first is attack this thing. And then you heal yourself for 3. And then you're going to move in here to get closer to the team. Cool. I like this little dice system. As we get more skills and stuff too, there's gonna be a lot of different things to be considering. The idea that you have some skills that are based on the die amount and some that are flat numbers too. Throws an interesting little twist in there. Ooh, okay. So they can spawn anywhere around here, it seems. Okay, so this guy's at 6. I mean, that'll zap him good. And then we've got that done. The other option is I come over here. Yeah, I think we're going to go like this. Zap this guy for 5, so that's done now. Move back in here. Then we attack this thing for 6. Or for 3, I should say. Doesn't matter how we did that, really. That's fine. Okay, 4 and a 1. Let's re-roll the 1. Exceptional. 4 there. Defend here. And we're just going to kind of plug this area up a bit. Okay. I need 3. I'm going to actually see if I can re-roll one of these for something. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, yeah, this one doesn't matter anyways. So let's get rid of the hut. Then we're going to heal for 2 here. I like that the system rounds up too. It's just like a nice little, you know, just easier. It's definitely more player favoring for sure. Well, we have that chest over there too that we want to get. I imagine we don't just collect that. Okay, I'm gonna buff our movement here. We're gonna start running over there. This might be too far. Yeah, it's a little too far. So let's undo that. Let's go here. Then we'll attack for fire damage. Here. Okay. Now we don't want to kill this guy outright. We'll take a little shield there. Elm's the only one who needs to end at full HP. We are not going to attack here. We're just going to sit. Yep, end the turn. Okay, he's going to hit pretty hard here. That's fine. Oh, that hurts. All right, let's buff with this. This looks like a pretty basic chest, but let's see. Okay, open the chest. Okay, so it's literally just number of die. A sewing needle. Can I immediately when that pops up, I want to know what I can do with that. So if the devs are watching, which I think they will be, when that pops up, tell me what that item does. That would be sick. Okay. And now we can kill this guy, right? He's at full health. Defeat all enemies. Yep, let's go. Overkill to the max. All right, awesome. Amazing, thank you so much. I'll make sure heroic deeds will not go unnoticed. So we got steel boots, same thing here, just like a little hover so I can see what that is. And then we get 50 gold for each of the optionals. That seems good considering the main objective was 75. Sewing needle, same thing here, just let me hover on that. I'll be able to look at the equipment screen now, I'm sure, but... Oh, neat. Ah, okay, so these create like these branching paths. Oh, I like that. 3 skills, 150, 3 skills, 75, and a question mark. All right. So equipment-wise, throw needle to deal whatever physical damage. Oh, interesting. This will give more health, less movement. So I could just make him so incredibly tanky. Or I could help these guys a bit. Because she's got some range. Yeah, she has the claws too. But he's got a little bit more mobility to play with. I'm going to throw these on. Just so now he's like super tanky and we can throw him at stuff. So we have 3 skill points to use. Increase amount of uses by 1. Oh, okay. So you click it, it's immediately spent. You can refund. Oh, that's nice too. Or increase output by 2. So that essentially modifies all of your attack die by 2. Or you can use both attack. I think this is probably a bit stronger right now. Increase output by 1 or multiply output by 2. Also, can you spend on both? You can. Okay, I like this. Modify reroll. Both of these just increase the amount. Output. Adds condition. If you do this and you roll 3 or more, it inflicts stunned. Shield bash. Okay, so that would be an attack where we can apply stunned. Or shove the target. So we have some movement as well. Push the target up to 3 tiles away from you. When the target collides with another, both take 1 physical damage. Okay, interesting. Or increase max HP here. That's not that exciting though. Okay, I like increased damage by 2. Reroll twice per turn. And then on these guys, what else do we have? Inflict burning, so they take a fire damage at the start of your turn for 3 turns. Or increase output. I think I'm just going to increase output there. All right. Oh, and then the needle. The needle we need to equip as well. The question is, do I give it to him so that he's got a ranged option? It's not bad. This also pierces, so it ignores shields, which is cool. Yeah, sure. Let's try it. Makes him a little bit more flexible. Now, I could go back to here and see if this opens up another path. 375 and an item. Yeah, let's try this. And then each of these islands have like a boss fight as well. So presumably you would want to farm up as many of the easier fights as possible and then take on the boss so that you're super strong, right? I don't know if your stats reset between islands or not. We have to protect this villager. We have a chest here. And there's 5 enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Defeat them with physical damage and defeat with ranged attacks. Okay. Okay, we can do this. The villager rolled a 2. So all you can do is move. You can attack, actually. That's pretty nice. And you have a range as well. That's not bad. This guy's acting late. This guy's acting late. So we can go out in front of this. Okay. So we can apply wet. I think you're going to be best here right now. Do our attack like this. Buff our movement. Just get way over here. Okay, so she could kill with a ranged attack if she rolled high enough, which she did not. Okay, no harm, no foul on that. Oh yeah, we have the +1. Oh yeah. One thing I'd also like to see is a way to preview our attack range from the spot we're thinking about moving to. So there's a ranged attack death. Thank you. Let's put her over here. Okay. Oh, we got a 6. Love that for us. Thank you. Don't even need it, really, because we have this modified by +2 as well. And then I can do like a super defend here. Or does this mean I only get this once? Let's find out. I think just once per turn. Okay, So it's not like a consumable. But now we're done with physical and ranged. 2 for 1 there. That's fine. You take that. We'll run you further away. Don't really need to do any healing here. Let's reroll 1 die just to see if we get lucky. Ha! God damn. That's too bad. We're just going to move all the way around. I'd like to get this chest. Okay. This guy's at 3. This reduces the fire damage, right? So we'll do that. Put the rest into movement. Be cool if you could like attack the bushes or something to get them out of the way. Nice. Let's buff here. Interact with that. Got a chain shirt. Okay, cool. I imagine that's going to give you some like defense or something. Or like some innate shielding. I mean, that's... You're not really going to be able to do a whole lot, I don't think. Bring you over this way. Fine. And then you take this and go here. That'll do. All right. Leather shirt and chain shirt. Just giving us all the clothes. I'm not saying it. So I imagine too, like finding those extra party members would involve doing as many of these as possible. So I'm thinking like this is probably one, this could be one, maybe up there, all these big slots perhaps. Oh, interesting. Huntress. Yeah, okay. There we go. Speaking of. Okay, so we'll do that mission next. Okay, so this is health. That's not too shabby. Give that to these guys.
Got him.
Ah.
Beef him up even more. And then let's go into his skill tree. Output there. Multiply output by 2. So does that essentially get rid of the division? I guess it would. Amount of uses by 1 on the reroll. This says odd. That means you can only put odd numbers in there. That's cool that there's other like dice modifier slots like that. Yeah, see, even numbers can only be used in there. Oh, I like that. Very cool. Deal 1 physical damage and restrain the target. Movement reduced to 0. That's pretty sweet. I'm going to take that. Because if you roll a 1 or a 3, like that's solid. And since this one's a fixed number anyways, like, yeah, basically all of his stuff is usable right away. And then let's give you something else. The next 3 units that melee attack the target take 2 fire damage and receive burning. You have to use an odd. This is flame armor. Now, can I cast that on anybody else? Or only for me? We're going to find out. Okay. Really cool skills. Really, really cool skills. Very creative. So she'll be an interactable because we saw that in the tutorial. And then that feels like she, like we're going to have to probably use a bunch of die or a bunch of dice in there. Hey, you guys, I could really use some help over here. Remember, I am available to be hired for voice acting, so just saying. Apply restrain to enemies. End the mission with Amber at full HP. Defeat all enemies 3, but there will be more, and there's 2 of these things up right now. I'm actually thinking... If I come here... Whoa, I don't know why we're moving fast. Oh, interesting. I must have hit a button that does that. Okay, let's go here. Deal 8. And I could just delete this thing right now. I think I'm going to. I think that's the way to do it. Okay, so this guy's at 5. Let's go up here. Little short, so let's buff. And then we can do our ranged attack. Get rid of him. Okay, cool. Pretty solid start, I would say. Okay, so restrained I need to use twice. So let's buff. Hold on. Have to use odd there. So we're gonna buff with the 6. And then this guy... One thing I'd like to do, if I click on him... Okay, I can... There we go. Then I can hover on his stuff. So he's got only a range of 1 there. So if I lock him in place, which I intend to do... There we go. So now he won't be able to attack me. That's pretty strong. That is pretty strong. Toodles. Should have re-rolled this. Got a 5. Oh, I did not. My bad. I did not mean to do that. At all. Let's get in here. Amber needs to be full HP. Hold on. Let's actually re-roll one. See if we can get higher. Oh, we got it. Bye-bye. This guy is ranged. So I'm just going to take this and run back. I want to make sure we get that restrained off. So we can do that here. Need odd. So that's good. This guy is ranged, however. Interactable. So I have to use both actions here. That's cool. I like it. What I'll do is gain extra movement and go here so that he can't attack Elm. Nice. So we were out of his range there too, which I totally anticipated and knew about, obviously. We're gonna re-roll that. That's sick. Let's re-roll the 2. I mean, that's super powerful, being able to re-roll like that. Let's put this down. He can tank some stuff here. That ain't bad. Gonna have to buff. So here's the buff. Range of 5. So yeah, I think I can put that on somebody else. I don't have an odd thing here to use it with, but you get the idea. Bye. I imagine that it's in there. I could be wrong, but it would be very cool if certain things, like certain objectives like that, required specific roles, or at least one of them was like, hey, this has to be a 5 or this has to be a 6, something like that. Okay, so this needs 7. I can get that with this. We can kill this guy with the needle. Oh, I actually can't. I have to go here. Needle, boom, bop. Sick. Let's go fire here. 7. Goodbye. And there's our new hero. Love that. Alchemist fire. I imagine that's going to be some damage over time thing. Since I owe you guys, how about I tag along this big mission of yours? It's not like I have anything to do anyways. So you can swap heroes in. He's our consistent healer. She's some nice range damage. But I mean, let's see. Let's clean up this mess. So now if we look at her, Amy the Huntress. So she's ranged 2 to 5, dealing dice damage. Place a bear trap. Units entering the trap will take 6 physical damage and become restrained. 1 use per turn. So you could just like toss those down whenever you don't have a better option. Reroll, of course, dash, and Hunter's Mark. The next 3 attacks against the target deal an additional 2 physical damage. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing some synergies here. Equipment-wise, this is cool. 4 damage inflict burning. Yeah, this is cool. There is a lot going on here, guys. Very, very cool. Yeah, I like this a lot. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for checking this out. I have links down below for you to go and follow it on Steam or buy it for yourself. And if you guys have any thoughts about what I asked earlier, I'd love to hear it about games that are doing like cute graphics, but also have strategic depth. Let's break the narrative around that. I think that would be pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.